Hello, everybody, and welcome to Remericast. I'm Kevin Quinlan, coming to you from Remerica hometown here in downtown Plymouth, and very happy today to have a gentleman joining us, Dan Dipple, who works with the New Hope Center for Grief Support. Dan, welcome, and thanks for coming.
Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you having us on. It was great to hear, local businesses supporting local organizations. And that's what I think is a wonderful thing about this podcast. And just we all can help each other, try to do the best for our communities, right? Like we're all here to help and support each other. And that's why I'm happy and thankful that you welcome me in this morning.
You're totally welcome. And that's exactly right. That's the idea of this, that we can just, talk about and support other great organizations, businesses in this area, and such as yours. And so I'm glad we could do it.
Yeah.
It's nice. I met you, just a couple weeks ago. We were at a Northville Chamber event, and I bumped into Dan, and it was great. We got to talking. You explained what you did with the New Hope Center for Grief Support, and I was like, this is something I'd like to know more about, and I think people would like to know more about.
Yeah, I think that's the hard part with nonprofits like ours. It's getting the word out, and if people don't know we're there, we can't provide support to people that don't know we exist. And we're trying to get better and better over the years, but it's just finding ways to let people know we're there to provide help for them in a tough time in their life.
Well, hopefully this will help with that. For one thing, we'll blast this out and people can find out, because when people are in these situations in times of grief, it's very hard for them, and to have to try to figure out where to go, and things that could help can be very obviously challenging and difficult. So this is what we need to do, is get the word out.
Absolutely. I mean, grief is one of the things no one ever thinks about,
right,
until it happens, right? The loss of a loved one can absolutely turn your life upside down, and there's no set playbook for grief. I mean, grief can be, it can be all over the map, right? How you feel, the loss of even focus, the pain, it can cause physical pain, just not to think straight, brain fog, people that lose their spouse of many, many years. Like, now what do I do? Now I've got to run a household by myself, or do we still have kids at home? Now I got to manage the kids on my own. And you lose so much when you lose a partner, you lose a loved one, and it can really turn your world upside down. And that's why we just try to offer a safe space that they can come and connect with others with the same loss that are going through it now. And everything we do is peer-to-peer. So even the facilitators that come back and lead groups or lead workshops have gone through this. So you're literally sitting there with people who have felt your pain and everything you're going through, and just are giving you a space to come connect with others, share your story. Don't feel like an outcast, or like,
right.
Sometimes you might talk to friends, but if they haven't experienced a loss, it may be they may not know what you're going through, and they want to support, but it's not the same type of support. So we just try to give them that safe space to come and talk and share and connect with others going through a similar thing.
That was the thing that struck me when we were talking about this, is that you guys do use that kind of an approach where you're not necessarily sitting down with a counselor or a therapist or somebody like that, which obviously is a good thing in its own right and has its own merits for sure. This is slightly different in that it's peer to peer. So it's somebody who has gone through this themselves. And
yep. I mean, therapy is great. Counseling is great. We're not taking anything away from that. And there are people that's a great avenue for them. We're just offering a different avenue as well. I mean, we want it to just be a comfortable, relaxed, like no one has to feel like we're going to ask 20 questions or try to put them on the spot. And no one even is forced to talk. We just want people to come in and be in a safe space that if they want to talk and share, and we want them to remember their loved one too. We're not trying to take anything away from that. We just want to give them that environment, because sometimes grief can just be so isolating. People don't even know what to do. Sometimes people don't even want to leave their house. And if you feel that isolated, we just want to give you that space where you can just come in and sit with others who have been through the same thing, and you can just be there together. And if you want to talk, great. And if you don't, just be there.
Yeah. So, and is it typically a one-on-one type setting, or are there groups that get together, or do you do a little bit of both of that, Dan?
So we have several different things we offer. Initially, we do offer a one-on-one. So if someone wants to come in, We'll set up a time with the facilitator. There's a similar loss. And that's one thing too. We try to go with similar loss and similar age range. So there's not that dramatic swing either because we want it to be the same, right? Like
Yeah.
not apples and oranges. Like let's have, everything kind of match.
Yeah.
So for one-on-one, we'd find a facilitator, which is someone who went through the program before, came back and wanted to help. So now they would sit down with them if a similar loss around the similar age and just talk and just let them talk for an hour or up to an hour or more, whatever they need,
Gotcha.
just to give that safe space. So that's always our starting point. We offer that. And we offer we call them ongoing support groups, which we offer in several different cities: Plymouth, Livonia, Canton, Farmington Hills, Howell, to name a few.
Wow.
I think we have 15 different ongoing support groups right now that meet usually every other week, so twice a month, different dates and times. It's all on our website. Same thing, we try to match a type of loss. So some are widows groups, spouse, we have children loss, or we even now have loss due to suicide or due to a substance use. So we're trying to match as much as we can.
That's great.
So that's a spot where they just come for that hour and it's a meeting. So basically they can come in, sit and talk if they want. If they don't, they can just be with other people, listen, and just have that place to go. But one of the big things we do is our 8-week workshop, which actually just started last Monday. We run that over at Ward Church up at 6th and Haggerty in Northville.
Ah,
So that's a program for 8 weeks. So every Monday night they'll come in. They initially start out with, we do a speaker each week that talks about their loss and a different portion of grief. And then after that, they break out into the small groups. Again, that'd be into a group where same type of loss, around the same age, where they can just sit and talk and just sit and be and listen to others, talk with others, share their experience, talk about their loved one. We want them to honor their loved one.
right.
And so that gives them 8 weeks together. And what I've found since I've started with the organization is the greatest thing is you talk to people that have gone through it. And when I say our facilitators, these are all people that have gone through the program and come back and said, I want to help. I want to help the next person.
Gotcha.
So these people come back, give their time, and volunteer to come back and help others because they say it was such a rewarding experience for them. It got them through such a terrible time, and it connected them with so many other people that they didn't feel lost and alone anymore.
Right.
Now they come back, and now they want to kind of pay it forward. And
That's-
these are amazing people that come back because these programs are run by our facilitators.
Yeah.
Like we just kind of in the office, we help organize and set up, but these are all our facilitators that go out and do the hard work.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, like you said, how many people out there want to help,
Oh yeah.
right? They've
Mhm.
either experienced this themselves and they know what it was like and they want to make other people feel just a little more comfortable somehow.
Absolutely. I mean, when you talk to the facilitators and you see them coming back year after year, time after time, some have been doing this for 10, 15 years of coming back and helping. And they still want to help. It's not like, oh, I did it once, I'm
Right.
good. Like
Right.
they're still coming back because they know what it did for them. And it's not just facilitators, it's volunteers that come help with registration tables or just be greeters at these events or just help in any way they can. We have a great group of people that just come and help and support. And even when we do a kids camp in the summer, that's a lot of hands on deck for a 2-day kids camp. So that, that's a time where we have a lot of kids come. I think we had over 200 last year kids for a 2-day camp. So it's a lot of help, a lot of volunteers, but all these people come, want to help make these things happen. And it's a great group to be in.
Wow. I should mention the main office is in downtown Northville, correct?
Yep. We are in downtown Northville in the Northville Square building. I think it's kind of mixed in with a lot of things. If you know where Sports Den is, we're right across from Sports Den.
Right.
In that building.
Is that like little like mini mallish area?
Yeah, I do call the mini mall.
I mean, I know. Yeah.
But we're right in downtown
Northville.
there, and we're there Monday, Friday during the week to take calls and handle everything. But all our programs happened off-site too. We have some that happen on-site, but off-site we're in different. Like I said, we're in several different cities right now, which those happen at like different churches or different locations.
Okay.
The Summit at Canton has one, so we try to get into whatever facilities will let us come in.
Yeah.
And those are run by facilitators who give their time to come in and lead group. But yeah, our office is in downtown Norfolk.
Do you find, are people hesitant sometimes to get, not the facilitators, but the people that need the help that are dealing with grief? I know sometimes, like you said, they don't even want to leave their house. I mean, they don't even, they're in that situation. So is there a way that you guys try to make it more comfortable or easier for them to actually take that step to get in?
We're trying as many things to clear as many roadblocks as we can for people. And we get it. It's tough. I mean, I've been told that people have shared that they've even pulled into the parking lot sometimes and couldn't get out of their car.
Right.
And again, it's tough. Everyone's going through different things. And so we do the best we can to try to clear as many
Yeah.
roadblocks as possible. And we try to communicate and just talk with people and just reassure them it's just a safe space. It's just, you don't have to talk if you don't want to. Just come be around other people and just be there. There's no pressure. There's no anything. There's no requirements, no commitment. And that's the great part about being a nonprofit is all this is offered at free, no cost to anybody. So there's none of that. Don't even worry about that. Like we just want you to come be with other people and talk about it. Just get off your chest sometimes. You need that.
You do, and I think if people have not done that before, they'll find it incredibly, helpful and
Yeah.
rewarding. I don't know if that's the right word, but to just get that off their chest, and if they could take that first step, it could make a positive difference for them.
That's what we're hoping for, and we
Yeah,
just want to provide the space and hope it works for people. From what I hear and everyone I've talked to, they say it has been so dramatically beneficial for their life after coming through the programs.
it's awesome. So how did you get involved? Dan, I know you said you were I believe a fireman, correct? Before this. So how did this come about for you?
Yeah, my first career, I was a fireman for 27 years. Locally, I was over at Norfolk Township. They were great. They hired me at 19 right out of the fire academy. So I was very lucky, very
Wow.
fortunate to have that job for a long time. But just some things happen in life. A couple things kind of came together, and one of them was the loss of my best friend, who was another fireman at a different
Mm,
department. And I just said, you know what, it's time for me to step away. So I did. So I retired, stepped
okay.
away. But I knew of New Hope. We had worked with them in our department. We'd started a charity fund, and we had also donated to New Hope, their kids camp back, a long time
Ah,
ago, and some of the other things they did. So I was aware of New Hope, and we had worked with them. We actually used to take the fire truck out to kids camp because the kids
cool.
seem to like the fire trucks.
They all kids love fire trucks.
So I was already familiar with New Hope. So now, at this point, when I had seen they put out for an open position, I said, let me just throw my resume in and, if I can get an interview, great. And we'll just see where it goes. So I think it was November. I threw my application in. We set up a meeting, went in, had an interview, and got offered the job. So I started beginning of this year. I think January 5th was my first day in the office. So a little different being in the office than being on the fire truck. But no, I love it. I mean, getting in there and actually seeing how much they really do. Like I knew of them and I knew what they did, but actually to see how much support and how many programs they offer and how many people that come through is amazing to see the numbers and amazing to see the kind of behind the scenes and now getting to know all the volunteers and the facilitators. Like I'm very happy this is where I landed. Like I feel like I'm in the right
The
place.
right spot.
Yeah.
It's just kind of amazing how life kind of works at or leads that
Yeah.
way sometimes, and you just have to kind of follow it,
Yeah.
right? And good for you. I
Yeah.
mean, not only having been a fireman and serving people in
Yeah.
that way, and now you're doing it through the New Hope. That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
thanks for what you're doing.
I've
Uh,
got the easy job. I'm just here to do what I can, but it really takes a lot of people to make this all come together. The people that come back and volunteer and facilitate are the ones doing the hard job.
right.
I'm just trying to give them tools that can help them do their job. I get the easy part, and they're going out there and doing the hard works. I'm just happy I found that I can be here and help.
That's that. And so, what's the best way, Dan, for people to get involved? So here we are talking about it. Obviously, if someone is experiencing this grief or going through something right now in their life, what's the easiest way for them to reach out to you guys? Would you say just through the internet, through phone? We
Um,
basically
I mean, whatever's easiest for them. Obviously, our website is always a great place to start. That's newhopecenter.net. Everything's listed on there.
okay.
Programs and obviously all our contact information. They can call into the office. We're there. The office phone is on between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Fridays. That number is 248-15. And we have volunteers who come in and work the front desk, answer the phones.
Uh huh.
For all those times, we have volunteers that answer the phone. If not, one of us will grab it. But they can call in, we'll talk to them, and we can try to figure out what's the best first steps for them. Also on the website, there's first time form. So if they just want to fill out the
Okay.
information, and we'll reach out to them and connect and kind of see where we can help, kind of get best suited like we talked about. We really try to push right type of loss, right type of age range. So we can recommend certain groups or
Okay.
workshops, seminars, things like that. But yeah, the
Right.
website or calling in is probably the best place to start and just get some type of connection to us.
Right. Right. Yeah, I was on the website, and it has great information, and it's easy to understand. So if you're out there and you just want to know a little bit more and about what we just talked about,
Yeah.
it's a good resource for it, for sure. And so you just started, as you said, an 8-week workshop, right? And so you'll have more of those coming, I
Yes.
assume.
We do
Okay.
2 8-week workshops a year. We do
Okay.
one in the spring and one in the fall. So we will have another one coming around in the fall.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this one just started. And after
Right.
week 1, we don't really let anyone jump in after week 1 because we want the groups to kind of bond.
Sure.
And if someone jumps in on like week 4, and then it kind of brings the group back to week 1, like we want it
Understood.
to. So unfortunately, this one is closed for now. We do 3 small seminars throughout. In the meantime, there might be a 1-day seminar as a starter instead. We had our one in January. We have another one coming up in the summer, and then we do one closer to the holidays because we know holidays is a tough time for people.
Yeah.
So we have one that kind of right before the holidays. So if, hey, let's talk about it. Like holidays might be rough, what to kind of expect. Maybe have a small plan of how to know, like, don't be afraid of the holiday, but just know that grief might sneak up on you and what's best for you on those days. So we always have one right before the holidays too. So that'll come up. And then we have kids camp coming up in the summer, which is a great 2-day program for kids to come out and just be around other kids and just do some fun activities. Like it's just really a good time for everyone to just come out and just be around other kids. Because we don't want to forget the kids either.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, even teens, we do teen programs. So like during workshop, we have a teen group at the same time. So if the parents need to bring their teenagers,
Mhm.
not leave them at home,
Yeah.
they can jump in the teen group. So a bunch of teenagers can hang out and kids can hang out together while their parents are in the workshop. So we don't want to leave anyone behind, right? So we do all ages. So we do kids and teens as well.
A great idea. So these were all kids of families or kids that have
Yes.
gone through
Yeah.
some loss
Yes.
event as well
Yes.
in their lives. Well, I think it's fantastic, Dan, what you
Okay.
guys are doing. I hope that people that need this type of support will take the time, reach out to the New Hope Center for grief support, as I mentioned, located physically in downtown Northville, but serving the surrounding community, doing some great stuff for things that are much needed in our world. And so, anything else before we wrap up here that you'd like to just mention to people?
I mean, it's really just reach out. And I know sometimes it's tough going
Yeah.
through grief, and we really just don't want anyone to feel alone or isolated because that's probably the worst feeling. Like when you just feel alone and no one understands and you don't know what to do. Just take that first step. It might be tough, but if it's just filling out the form online or just giving us a call or just coming to the group, the ongoing groups, there's no pre-registration. You can just show up at any time. Just take that first step.
Right.
It can make a drastic difference, and there's no pressure. There's no anything. There's no expectations.
No pressure, no cost, no expectations. And as Dan said, you can come in, you can sit down, you can just listen. You don't have to say a word. When you're comfortable saying something, by all means, then that will probably help you as part of this. But it's nice to know that you can, and just being around other people in that have gone through, you'll feel, it'll make you feel better.
I mean, there are people that have actually said it saved their lives, and that really, really kind of touched me. And I,
Yeah,
and I will share one last thing because this actually got me.
please do. Yeah.
When we had our January seminar, so it was my first time being in one of our weekend seminar. It was a 1-day seminar, but we had 2 speakers that day, and the one gentleman who spoke has had a lot of loss in his life. And when he got done speaking to the group, obviously he went off to the side, and 3 of our male participants actually got up from their tables, went over and gave him a hug and talked to him. And that was something that just got me. And how often do you see men get up and go hug
Right.
other men, especially ones
Right.
you don't know?
Right.
And
Right.
so,
Right.
like, if his speech could affect these 3 guys to get up out of their chairs and go hug a stranger and
Wow.
sit and talk for a long time,
Amazing.
then that made an impact for these 3 gentlemen, and it reminded me of what we do, and what we do is a good thing,
Wow.
and it was like, "This is where I need to be," and if our programs off that one speaker for
Right.
one afternoon made a difference for these 3 people, and hopefully everyone else that was there, I physically got to see that, and that was something I was like, "Alright, we do good stuff."
We did. This is the
Yeah,
yeah. That's awesome. I love just hear it. I have goosebumps
yeah, yeah,
just hearing that story.
yeah,
And there's so many. Look, it's tough out there, and we're human, and we all have struggles, every one of us, and things can be very overwhelming and difficult for a lot of different reasons. And when you find that there are just other such kind, nice human beings, and I would venture to say that most of us are that way deep down, and try to help others, that it's really special, and it's great that organizations like yours stand up for people that desperately need this kind of help and support.
yeah, I mean,
Mm.
that's
Yeah.
I mean, it can really help, and it can really be beneficial in a tough time in your life, and we just wanna make it safe, simple, and easy to come to and be a part of.
Well, that is awesome. Please reach out. Again, it is the New Hope Center for Grief Support. You can call and ask for Dan. Dan
Yep,
Dipple is right here. He's our guy. Dan would be happy to talk with you and put you in touch with the right whoever you need to be a facilitator that will help you in your area of grief and dealing with loss.
Absolutely.
Well, Dan, it was great to have you. Thanks for taking the time and educating us all a little bit on what you guys do.
Thank you, I appreciate you letting me be here and speak about it. Like I said, people don't know we're there, we can't be a service to them, so I appreciate you giving this opportunity and this platform to let us speak and share, and what you do for everyone else in the community, that you bring on, and you let everyone talk about their stuff. We're all here to help each other. Like you said, I think everyone is a good person at heart, and we're all here to just help each other, and I think this is a great way to start.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, thanks again, Dan. And thank you for listening. And we will see you next time on Romericast.